Hey, it's Brianna, and I'm going to be going over the highlights of week 3 of the EEI internship. On Monday, we continued working on GIS, and Craig told us to take a look at the GIS lesson gallery and choose a lesson to do. These independent lessons helped us grow in our confidence in GIS and gave us a better idea of all the different kinds of things GIS can be used for. Later that day, we were presented to by Dr. Kennedy and his graduate students. We had to read these articles in preparation. They spoke about their research on aquatic insects and how they can be used as bioindicators. On Tuesday, we continued working on our GIS labs and began work on a vlog reaction to Dr. Kennedy's presentation, as well as working on our educational content we've been making based on EEI's lessons and our own water topics. On Wednesday, we were presented to by the City of Dallas Water Conservation Manager. She spoke to us about what exactly they do and why it's important. They work frequently with Dallas watersheds, which a watershed is an area of land with channels of water which feed into a body of water. They also explained that they have a ton of diverse programs which work to teach about and help with water conservation in the community. At the end of the day, we shared our content we've been making regarding EEI's lessons. On Thursday, we continued our work with GIS, began our blog reaction to the City of Dallas Water Conservation Department, and turned in our lab for Dr. Kennedy's presentation.
Water conservation is super important, so here's some more fun facts about water. Did you know that it takes more than 100 gallons of water to make a single egg, and more than 200 gallons of water to make a loaf of bread? And it takes half as much water to produce tea as it does to produce coffee. Cheers! What do a jellyfish and a cucumber have in common? Not much, except for that they're both 95% water. Oh, and neither have a brain. Speaking of which, 70% of our brains, also water. And 73% of the heart as well. How romantic. Watering your lawn for 20 minutes every day uses the same amount of water as 800 showers. And about 50% of water used outdoors is lost to evaporation, runoff, or wind. There's more fresh water in our atmosphere than in all of Earth's rivers combined. But if it all fell evenly, it would only coat the globe in about an inch of water. So always remember to conserve water and be mindful of how much you use.
At this very moment, India is experiencing one of the worst water shortages in its history, often attributed to lack of government planning, increased corporate privatization, industrial and human waste, and government corruption. Water scarcity in India is expected to worsen as the overall population hits 1.6 billion by 2050. Some areas of India are fortunate to have relatively wet climates. However, with limited rain catchment programs in place, most of the water is lost. In places challenged with water scarcity, people have had to get creative in finding ways to conserve water. In India, inhabitants have developed a slew of ways to save water where there's not much. First, let's take a look at ferro cement tanks. These are low-cost alternatives to other water harvesting containers. It provides large amounts of storage, and they are relatively easy to assemble. These are best used in Indian villages and disaster-prone areas as they are fireproof and very strong. Next, we have one of India's more creative methods, joy pumps. With these, even kids can help get water by just playing around. This innovation was designed to mitigate water scarcity problems in villages with no clean surface water source, no electricity, and poor monetary capacity. As children play, the water pump can draw water from bore wells and large storage tankers. This community structure has been used in many developing countries outside of India as well. Finally, let's talk about the water wheel. Inspired by women carrying earthen mancas on their heads, the pots typically used to collect water, Cynthia Koenig designed the wheel not only to make the work of collecting water virtually effortless, but also reduce the amount of water typically lost on treks back home through spills and evaporation. While you may not see these methods in your daily life, let them serve as a reminder to do your part in the water conservation effort. Simple tasks like turning off the water when you brush your teeth or catching the water before you get in the shower can help us all save water and prevent water scarcity.
Hey guys, I'm Jonathan here with the Activism portion of this week's weekly update. For this portion, we asked friends and family to make activism-style posters and signs about water conservation. Here we have a mini collage of different people's interpretations of the question, what do you do, or what do you think others should do, to conserve water? Posters and signs are effective ways of bringing about change. They're usually catchy phrases that stick in people's minds. For example, this poster at the top says, if it's water savings you seek, do just 1 load per week. Other posters can be tidbits of facts. For example, 2,700 liters of water are used to make just 1 t-shirt. Crazy! Here we have another collage, this time with other water-saving techniques, such as turn off the tap while brushing teeth and washing hands, fix the faucet, and keep those showers short, y'all! Finally, this last collage has some interesting info, such as the fact that a single third of a pound burger requires 660 gallons of water to produce. Other water-saving techniques here to consider include watering plants in the morning and skipping single-use plastic bottles. Sign making with friends and family is an effective way to learn about water conservation. We traded stories about what we do to save water, and I think we all learned about other things we can incorporate in our life to conserve. For example, I learned that doing a load of laundry every day, which is what my family does, is not normal. Most people do it more infrequently.
So what can you and I do to help the movement? First, we start in our own homes. The simple things to save water. Turning off the tap when we brush our teeth. Using a reusable water bottle. Taking showers less than 10 minutes. Limiting the amount of times we do the laundry. And using a dishwasher if you have access to one. If you want to get more involved, find volunteer opportunities in your area, such as EEI's Team Waterworks, or a volunteer creek cleanup in your area. There are so many different ways to get involved. Take the first step now and you can be a part of making our Earth a better place.